After financial tagging, let's move on to notes tagging now. On the top, we have a tab for notes tagging. Once we click in this, we'll have this page in front of us. On the left side, it's the Word format file that we have, and on the right side, there would be the taxonomy. As we did in the case of financial tagging, we again need to import data into the software by clicking on the Select File tab. Once I click in this, I just need to give the path wherever my file is saved. The file would get imported into the software. On the left side, I have my notes to accounts, and on the right side, I have the taxonomy. In case of notes tagging, there are two types of tagging. One would be text block tagging and the other would be detailed tagging. In case of text block tagging, we need to select the entire block of text of same nature and then search for the most appropriate tag. For example, I need to tag significant accounting policies. I'll select the entire text. I'll look for the most appropriate tag in the taxonomy. So for example, for me, disclosure of significant accounting policies is the most appropriate tag. I'll simply go to that tag, double click here, tagging my entire block of text. We could see the text that's tagged appear here on the right side in the Word format. The tag that we selected for the entire text block, the data type for this would be non-numeric text block. So whenever we're doing text block tagging, we need to select a tag whose data type would be non-numeric. Now in case of detailed tagging, what we need to do is, for example, I need to tag a detail for government grants and subsidies. I'll select that detail, look for the most appropriate tag in the taxonomy again. So I have this government grants and subsidies. For example, nature of government grants is the most appropriate tag. I'll go to that tag, double click here, tagging my detail. The color for my detail would change to yellow, showing that it's tagged, and it would appear here again at the right bottom. Now for detail tagging, the tag has a data type string data type. So whenever we are tagging any detail in notes to accounts, we need to select a tag whose data type would be string. This is how we need to do notes tagging, and once we're done with notes tagging, we move on to fixed assets tagging. We tag the entire fixed assets schedule separately, so we have a tab on the top as fixed assets. As we click in this, we'll have the sheet in front of us wherein we need to punch in the details, or else what we could do is we could simply copy paste the details from our Excel file. We also have one other option as export to Excel at the bottom. I can just export this sheet into an Excel sheet, the format, and then I can punch in the data and then again copy paste it. So right now I have my data. I'll simply copy. We need not copy the totals because the software would be computing them itself. We'll copy in the particulars column. Now what we need to do is we need to tag every item for fixed assets. Now for buildings, I'll just put a cursor on taxonomy. My taxonomy would open. Now for building, it would be office building. My item is tagged. For air conditioner, there's no tag in the taxonomy, so for air conditioner I would select a tag for my own. Similarly, we'll just select tags. Vehicles. So we'll just search for the tags. So I've tagged my entire fixed asset schedule. Once we tag the entire schedule, what we need to do is we need to simply press on the Save tab at the bottom. Once we do that, our fixed assets tagging is done. After notes tagging, fixed assets tagging, financial tagging that we did in the earlier part, there's again an option for tuples on the top. Once I click on this tab, I'll have certain tuples in front of me. These are the mandatory tags that need to be tagged as per MCA. These are certain details. So we have created tuples for them separately. Details of every class of share capital issued during periods, secondary segments, related party transaction, raw materials consumed. So these are certain mandatory tags. Once I click on a tuple, I'll have this sheet in front of me wherein I need to punch in the data. If there is a company where there are huge details for any tuple, what we could do is we could again export the format into Excel, send it to the concerned organization, and once they give us the information, we can do the tagging part. So this is for tuples. Till now we've done financial tagging, notes tagging, fixed assets tagging, and we have considered the mandatory tags in tuples.